And then...
Bye, guys.
Oh, thank you, Buns.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Now you're streaming.
Perfect. Love when that happens.
Thanks for being patient, chat. OBS is
Time
stinky.
to get back to work.
You know what? OBS, love you so much. You have helped me in so many ways. You can continue to help me to not do this.
Yeah, you can continue to be helpful by you know, getting your shit together.
By connecting when you need to connect. Let me do this. God, it's almost 5 a.m. for me. Fuck. I need, I need to go to bed anyways. Holy shit. I've just been absent-mindedly playing this game while also ranting with you at the same time, and I'm fully for it. Hell, I fully encourage it.
Efficiency above all.
But goddamn.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess. All yours.
Still loading. Together we stand.
Okay.
Ooh, jackpot.
Take that. I don't even know what the fuck that
treasure
is.
spotted.
Anyway. So regardless of our anti-capitalist rant sticks,
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with this conversation.
Drugs.
So no.
More useful than I thought.
So no, not that. I don't know what to say.
That is a holdover from an old friend of mine.
So drugs, everybody.
Well, anytime she didn't know how to continue a conversation, her immediate response would always be hard drugs.
You'll be hard one way or another.
And then I would always, every time I asked her, like, can you specify which hard drugs? And she would just say yes. And that was the only answer I ever got.
I like this person. Who is this person? Hand them over.
They are extremely busy most of the time. I have not actually talked to them in a very, very long time. I forget what company they're working for now, but they work primarily as, well, they are a video game artist, which it makes me very concerned with the rise of AI because that is entirely her job. She went to school for it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but uh-oh.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, right? It was her second degree actually. Her first degree was in linguistics, and then she went back to school for video game design.
Okay.
And video game design apparently paid better for her because she got a much better paying job, which is surprising to me because linguistics is one of those things that it usually pays very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, being especially a corporate level interpreter, that usually pays really fucking well.
But apparently well, it might not pay better, but she might get more enjoyment out of it.
True. Although I do remember one point where she, because part of the art design, she also had to actually like do some of it was actual game design as well, where she would have to design like small games as different projects. And there was one point where she had to design a game in Unity.
Okay.
Apparently Unity fucking sucks.
Yes, yes it does.
I think Dusk has done something in Unity before, or
Efficiency
is that...
above all.
I can't remember.
Dusky played along with a lot of game engines. He played around, I think, mainly in Unreal Engine, but...
Unreal, sorry. I don't mean to talk
But
about something I don't know of.
Yeah, I remember at one point she was quoted saying, "I dream in Unity now," because
I
she spent
dream
so much time.
in Unity. That, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she spent that much time in that engine working on a project for her class.
I feel so bad for her. Holy shit.
Like, I give people shit for staying up too late. There were many times where, like,
Hi,
at
Cypher.
that time we, by that time we were primarily in TeamSpeak. There were times where I would leave the server, come back like the next day, and it usually was not at the same time. It was like I would leave at like midnight, and I come back the next day at like 7 p.m. when I got off work, and she's online, so I joined, and I'm like, oh hey, you're here earlier than I expected you to be. She's like, I never left.
Yeah, I never.
I'm like, I'm
left.
sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, I've been up the entire time. I am surviving entirely off of caffeine. I have not slept. But I'm like, you need to fucking sleep. She's like, I need to get this project done.
Dusk has done both. Unity is not fun at all. Dusk has done both. That's what Buns just said in TikTok.
Yeah. That's
yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, soldier, for your sacrifice.
Yeah, she now makes pretty good money though.
Good for her.
I think her start. Well, she's also in Canada. I think like if I remember correctly, one of the first jobs she got was at Ubisoft, and it was because her school had a program that worked directly with them.
Back safe and sound.
And her starting pay there was 30-something an hour.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and last I talked to her, she switched to a different company. Didn't ask what company, so I don't know, but apparently it basically doubled her salary.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
And I was in there, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mysteries await.
Jesus.
Are you ready?
Yeah, for both of us. Hey, do
Yeah.
they need any, I don't know, performance shit for that company? I don't know. I don't know what I can offer. What the fuck can I offer? I don't know.
Be at your service.
I don't even know what company it is anymore.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking her.
I'm so kidding.
Yeah, I don't remember asking her. And yeah, it was
Big boy time.
It was a very different conversation because she is, if I recall, I don't think she's that. No, she is a bit older than you now. Thinking about it, I met her. She's a couple years younger than me. Because I remember the last time she actually talked about her age, she was 24. But at the time I was just turning 26. So I guess I'm like thinking about it, like, no, we actually aren't that far apart in age. But my brain just defaulted to that. But yeah. Oh, now Stream Elements is saying you're live again.
Okay, Stream Elements can fucking suck my cock, okay?
Real. I also say the same thing to Stream Elements.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what that means. 120,000. Which I need, but damn.
Those are numbers for sure.
Those are big numbers for sure.
Which little corner shall we decorate today? I'm always ready to be at your service.
Motherfucker, I've already done this. What the hell? What? What does this mean? I'm trying to figure it out. What the hell?
Which little corner shall we decorate today? I'm always ready to be at your service.
What is this? I feel like that's something I can't sell. There's other things I can't sell that I don't understand. I wasn't paying attention because I was drunk. I'm not drunk anymore.
Damn.
Shush.
I wish I was drunk.
I am happily sober.
I'm also mostly happily sober. So I'm sorry everybody that my Stream Elements is being an asshole. What is this? Ah, I understand. Well, that's good. We can do a 10 pull if I want to. I'm very happy that, you know, I don't have a gambling addiction, so I can indulge in gamba without the,
Fair.
without the guilt.
Yeah. One thing that will always annoy me about not drinking is the sheer number of people who look at me like I'm crazy when I say I don't drink.
No, do not feel guilty for that. Are you kidding me? Do not ever
It's not that I feel guilty.
for
It's not that I feel guilty. I feel annoyed. Did I say guilty? I bet.
No,
I bet
you said
it's-
annoyed, but I'm just reiterating you should never feel guilty for that.
Yeah. I never feel guilty. It just annoys the fuck out of me. Especially, and a lot of people just make assumptions of it because I work at a convenience store that sells alcohol. So he just assumes like, oh, have you tried this? I'm like, I don't drink. They're like, what? Why? What do you mean you don't drink? Why don't you drink? I'm like, because I have zero desire to drink.
And that is so okay. Anybody who doesn't want to drink out there, that is completely fine. All right? Anybody who does, do it with responsibility.
I still love all of the different programs I went to school, and they would say like, oh, just say no to drugs. The sheer amount of stoners I've been around who've been like, hey, you want to smoke pot? And I just said no, and they're like, okay, and leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to smoke? Do you want to smoke? Nah, I'm good. Okay. And then they go and smoke anyway. Whereas anytime someone's like, hey, you want to drink? I'm like, I don't drink. And they're like, why not? Why don't you just have a drink with us? It's fine.
It's not going to hurt you. And then you look at them and you're like, it's hurt you plenty.
The last time I actually had a drink was for my brother-in-law. It was on his birthday, and he asked me to take a shot with him. And he's literally, because he's like, I just want this one bonding experience with you. Can you please take a shot with me? I'm like, you know what? It's your birthday. You're an all right guy. Sure, I'll take a shot with you.
Don't ever feel guilty for having boundaries. Especially appropriate boundaries against stuff like that. That is completely fine.
Yeah, I had that shot with him, and he's never asked about it again since. And he's like, I appreciate it. You're awesome. I will never ask this of you again. Yeah. And he has held to that. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's solid. That is solid.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll joke about it every once in a while, because every time he jokes about it, I like raise an eyebrow at him, and he just starts laughing because it's like neither of us are taking it seriously. So I'm like if it's a running gag, it's one thing, because anytime it's there, it's like, hey, you want to have a drink with me? I just raise an eyebrow, and he just takes it himself.
He goes,
every time.
Perfect.
And then anytime somebody else is like, why don't you have a drink with us? And he's the first one to say, if he doesn't want to drink, he doesn't drink.
Exactly.
He's the first one to say it. And if anyone really presses it, because I usually drive myself everywhere, and if anyone really presses, like, hey, he's got to drive home. It's like, as much as I would love for him to stay the night, he's got 2 dogs that will tear that place up.
As much as I would love for him to spend the night in my bed.
I don't think he's not that fond of my company. You probably would love that to happen. He's not that fond of my company.
Hey, dude, I've never met you in person, but hey, sure, why not? I'm not gonna jinx my luck or some shit like that. What's the saying? I don't know. Fuck, dude. I don't have enough to do that. A bottle of Tito's is responsible now. I'm doing awesome. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I don't even have the character for it. Fuck.
You got someone's weapon without having the character?
Yes, because I just pulled for it. Shit, now I have to pull for her. I really do have to pull for her now. Because she's the most powerful person of this. Oh, she says.
Cyber immediately saying, gimme.
Fuck. Pay for my other pay for this. Pay for Cardathea. And then maybe we'll talk. Oh, God. I need her weapon desperately. I need her now, clearly. God. Shit.
Do you,
Do I what?
Why isn't your Ko-fi linked?
What the fuck are you doing?
Try to encourage other people to make financial decisions to fund your gacha.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I am on 54 pity right now. How many days do I have left of her? I don't want to spend money on her. God, I have 2 days left of her.
Really? How many?
2 days left of her banner. She'll come back, but I have 2 days left of her banner right now.
Isn't that the timer for it on screen? For that banner?
Yes, yeah, 2 days, right
That
there.
says 12 days.
It says 12? Okay, sorry.
That's 12 days, 5 hours.
No. My TikTok thing was in the... my TikTok chat was in the way of it. Sorry. 12 days.
Yeah.
Well, that's better then. I literally just saw the 2. I'm, like, that is regardless of me drinking. That was quite literally the TikTok thing. But yes. Okay, that's not bad then. I still have time to gather more of that.
Understood.
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Okay, do I have any more? Yes. Any more? I don't think so. No. La la la. Anyway.
I got that from Flying One myself.
Got what? I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just talking to someone on, I'm playing video games myself right now.
Oh. I thought you were talking to us. My bad.
Nah.
My bad.
You know, seeing people talk about this makes it sad about how so many people are now saying it is cheaper. Like, if you need a new PC or you need new parts, it is just cheaper to buy it pre-built.
Is it now cheaper to actually do that? Really?
Yes.
That's so tragic.
Like, okay, like, let's see, how much does a 5070 cost? Let me see. 5070. Oh, that's still like $550 for a 5070. That's if you just want the part. There's a pre-built PC that's at most Costco locations now. I last saw it at my local Costco when I went to go get dog food.
Mm-hmm.
Fully, like, it is essentially specs that most people would suggest for live streaming now.
God.
Full pre-built, $1,500.
I mean, I spent that, and I have better specs than probably that game, like probably that PC. I spent about that amount of money, and I spent years in order to get that amount of money,
Yeah.
as well. But
now if you want, now just the individual parts. RAM alone is...
I'm very fortunate that I was able to build my PC in a cheaper time. That I can save money by individually buying parts that need to be updated. Now's not the... You can't build all of that with a reasonable...
There are so many parts of my PC that need to be updated. I had mine...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had mine built back in... I want to say it was... When was it built? Where is... Because I have the... I still have the email receipt from it.
Oh, I'm just climbing.
It's from...
Shit, dude, I'm just climbing in my game right now. What the fuck?
Yeah, invoice. It was back in 2021.
Yeah, I was about the same time.
It was also at the time period where graphics cards were stupid expensive.
Oh, yeah. My graphics card was almost $400.
You got off lucky. The 3060 Ti that my PC is currently running on, I paid $1,050 for it.
Oh my god. Hey, if anybody wants to pay $1,050 for me, hey, send it to my Ko-fi.
Yeah, my $3,000 PC, a third of that cost.
Yeah.
Was the graphics card.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, the big discount I got from that system is because it's from a local computer store, and every so often they'll do it to where they'll just like build a PC and just set it out to sell as is. They had just finished one or were about to put it out, and I came in looking to replace my gaming laptop I had at the time.
Gaming
They're like-
laptop? That sucks.
Yes, I was on a gaming laptop for like 3 years. And then I went and I looked at it. They're like, well, we have this thing that we just put together. I had to call my bank to increase the spending limit on my card because at the time my spending limit was still $2,000.
Oh no.
That was my daily spending limit. Mind you, at that time, I had the money for it. Like, money was not an issue.
Welcome.
So I was like, dropping $3,000 on a new PC, that's nothing. That's not the case anymore.
Oh no, absolutely not.
At the time, it wasn't a problem. Now it would be, but at the time, it wasn't a problem.
And I wasn't judging you for your gaming laptop because that's what some people can afford. I'm just like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it was awful.
Yeah.
And mind you, as much as there are parts of my PC that do need to be updated, honestly, at this point, I probably need to update everything.
Yeah, me too, especially my graphics card. But I don't. That's so expensive.
Honestly,
Let's go.
my GPU is fine for now, as long as like if I adjust actually no, OBS kind of struggles.
Yep.
The main thing that really struggles and really suffers is my CPU.
Interesting.
My
Really?
You have a the AM4 or AM5 CPU?
Let me double check.
Mine's
Because
an
the AM4, you're fucked because you need to buy a new motherboard.
yeah.
And maybe it looks like a new RAM after that.
Mine's a
but-
motherboard that supports an AM9.
There's no AM9, there's only AM5 now.
Let me see what
Are you Intel or AMD?
I'm AMD. Oh, maybe it's AMD. It's not AM. Sorry.
Yeah, I have an AMD. I have an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X.
Yeah, I'm.
It's a
Because
6-core processor right now.
Yeah, so that's a AM5 socket type. So you should be good to go upgrading your CPU. Should be fine. So yeah, mine's fucked because I got the AM4 processor, and there's no upgrade path for my processor at the moment. Only upgrade path is to AM5, which I need
Yeah.
to basically replace my motherboard to do that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
mine's.
my CPU needs an update. Honestly, I could probably do with a new internal SSD because the default one they gave me fucking sucks. I have an external SSD to compensate for some of it. My RAM is a very awkward number. I don't like to talk about it because I had to do some jank to make it work.
Some jank to make it work. That's awesome.
Yeah, they started, so it came with, at the time, because 16 gigs of RAM at the time was just fine for gaming. You definitely wanted more for streaming. So honestly, I'm like, shit, how do I upgrade this? Because I'm like, I don't just want to buy it, because it was 2 8GB sticks. Now they got 16 gigabytes. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
how do I make this work? Because I don't want to like just have all 4 slots for 16 gigs of RAM. So I was like, what do I do here? Well, my dumbass, the idea I came up with is I went for the exact same brand, exact same product that I could, except that instead of it being another 2 8GB sticks, I bought 2 16GB sticks because I had specifically looked at my motherboard specs and it was like, yeah, if you have them in alternate slots, instead of having like,
Oh no.
essentially don't have the two 16s right next to each other and then the 2 8s right next to each other, as long as you have them like essentially in a alternating pattern, it works just fine. So I have 48 gigabytes of RAM and my computer has been fine on RAM ever since. Everything else is struggling.
Dark forces approach.
Interesting.
Be on guard.
The fact that I made it work is 100% jank. But it works.
I fully support it. I support the jank.
Path is arduous. In the name of imperative.
And anytime I tell people that, how much RAM do you have? 48 gigs. And there's like, how? And I'm like, do you want me to Do you want me to go into how I got it?
Find something.
I can go into
You want me
depth,
to go-
but
Do you
it
want me
won't
to
be
go
di-
into how it works?
It won't be
You
pretty.
will cringe. You will cringe until you figure out how I made it work, and then you'll still probably cringe.
I kind of cringe now. It was great.
Yeah. My 360 Ti, my CPU are the two parts that are probably struggling the most. Getting a new internal SSD would actually probably help, because as much as even as an external SSD can still work,
Wow, treasure spot.
and also being external, still being an SSD does definitely help it.
Mm-hmm.
External does have a few extra steps it has to take, and then of course if the connection fails for whatever reason, the program can fail, which could cause your PC to just crash.
Great, perfect, wonderful. We love that.
Yeah. And if you're really unlucky, it could cause a power surge in your PC, which can corrupt your install of Windows. That's extra fun. Had that happen to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I lost a
Congratulations.
few files because I had to fully reinstall Windows. Thankfully, it was nothing important, but very annoying nonetheless.
Wow, treasure
Yeah.
spotted.
So yeah,
hoping
that
that-
was fun.
I'm hoping that never happens to me, but unfortunately, it will happen to me one day.
Yeah, I was to say, knock on wood.
I did. I just did, actually. You're welcome.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I should double check to see if I have more than one internal SSD slot, because if I have another slot for a second internal SSD, that would actually function a lot better.
We stand.
That way I can move most of like my other files from my external SSD into another internal drive.
Oh, come on.
Although it is still like, a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I'm juggling things between different drives, and I'm like, if it works, it works.
That's how it is. Unfortunately, none of us are big boy enough for us to just be like, oh, we'll just spend $300, $400, $1,000 on this one piece of equipment. We can't do that.
Well, even then, there's only so much space an SSD can have as compared to a hard drive. Like a hard drive, they can have so much space on them because of how they are designed. But because of how they are designed and they can have all that space on them, it takes longer for it to get to that information, because it is essentially a disk that it is scanning. It's actually why there's a lot of older games, when they were still on physical discs, there's a lot of them that would keep the data of the game to the very outside edge of the disk, and then the further parts in on the disk was essentially just bloatware that your system could load very quickly, essentially trying to shorten load times for games.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's why so many older games, when they first got moved over to like PC or anything, any form of like digital version of the game, they were so small by comparison,
Yeah.
because they didn't need to be very big at the time.
No.
Fine. Comes with
Like
the
I
job,
remember
guess.
forever ago.
Time to fight. Hello.
Yeah, I remember forever ago when a game being 10 gigabytes was massive.
And now my game that I'm currently playing, each update is about 60 gigabytes.
Yeah.
It's
I just
frustrating,
installed all
but
the-
God, is it worth it?
It just installed all the content for Total War Warhammer 3.
100+ gigabytes.
The game, just the game is 84. Is 84.5 gigabytes. All of the DLC that has also been installed is an additional 40.
Interesting.
So altogether, it is just over 125 gigs.
For each update?
No, that's just the full game itself with all the DLC.
Okay, that's not... maybe I'm just jinxing it, or maybe I'm not thinking of the full spec of it. That's not bad.
that's not even all the DLC for the game. There's a lot of DLC I don't have.
I see.
If I were to have all
Are
the
you still
DLC
gonna
of the game, it would be probably closer to 300 gigabytes.
Okay, there it is. That's what I was thinking about.
That's how much data is in this fucking game.
Yep.
It is ridiculous.
There it is.
Which when Total War Warhammer 40K comes out, I will definitely have to uninstall this version of the game in order to install 40K. Because I 100% am going to be playing 40K more than I play Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer Fantasy is...
Dark forces approach.
Oh shit,
Beyond
Dark
It's
Forces
not-
approach. Gotta kill him.
Together we
Yeah, because
stand.
like, as much as I love Warhammer Fantasy compared to... But between the two of them, I prefer 40K simply because of how different the dynamics are. Because with Warhammer Fantasy,
find
there is
something
very
good?
much, very clearly good guys and very clearly evil. Like, it is very clearly good versus evil.
Okay,
To where
so,
basically, if you're not chaos, you're good.
okay, so
That's
let
pretty
me
much all there is to
establish
it.
to my audience right now who's still watching. Styx is about to go on a tism rant about Warhammer. Go
Yep.
for it.
So Warhammer Fantasy, basically,
Efficiency.
there's all the different races. Like even the Skaven, who are portrayed as villains, they're essentially just rats.
Rats.
They are just rats who kind of want to just live and exist. They're not necessarily evil.
Fair enough, that's
but-
just me.
Yeah. Orcs, just like 40K, they just really fucking love fighting. They just
This
really
isn't
love
good.
beating the shit out of each other and beating the shit out of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
The ogres just really like to eat, and to them, anything that isn't an ogre is food. But all of the humans and the elves, except for the dark elves were corrupted by chaos, so they turned evil because the dark elf queen listened to Slanesh too much, caused all sorts of other problems. But basically, it is everyone against chaos. Essentially, chaos is trying to destroy the world, and everyone else is trying to stop the forces of chaos from destroying the world. However, canonically, Warhammer Fantasy's story has ended, and chaos did win. So, Warhammer Fantasy, the bad guys won. The world is technically destroyed. Chaos destroyed everything.
Interesting.
Good job, Archeon.
Good job.
40K, as the name suggests, Warhammer 40K takes place in the 41st millennium. It is the
Okay.
grim, dark future where there is no peace and there is only war. The social dynamics and how each different society works is so complex to the point where there really isn't a good guy.
I feel like that's more realistic anyway, because each
Yeah.
point of view of good versus... Damn, how long you've been streaming? Quite a while. Each point of view of whatever conflict you're on, you're gonna think you're part of the good side, when in reality, you are the evil
Yeah.
of somebody's story.
Yeah. Although I will say one of the funniest things to me, because the fun part about, because there's the Imperium of Man, so humanity in 40K. It is essentially just our entire society has basically just shot forward.
Good.
The Space Marines, which most people would recognize, can live for thousands of years. The oldest of them are usually in the Dreadnoughts, who were basically they're Space Marines who essentially died,
Oh.
but the Imperium was like, we're not done with you yet, so they took their consciousness and basically just put them into a bigger machine, to where they're in this big ass tank that's keeping them alive. They spend most of their time asleep,
Oh.
but every so often they're woken up when it's like, hey, we need you to fuck shit up, and they're like, all right, bet. They fuck shit up for like a day or two, and then they go back to sleep.
Fuck shit up, boys. Let's go.
But essentially, there's another race called the Tau. Their current society, essentially their society as it exists now, is very young. It is a total of roughly 6,000 years old.
Okay.
They managed to capture a dreadnought. The dreadnought they captured was 12,000 years old.
And
And they
they're...
had an
Yeah.
they had an existential crisis because this one creature lived twice as long as their entire society has existed.
Yep, that's what I was about to ask. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, they had an existential crisis.
Where am I going? I don't know where the fuck I'm going right now.
Yeah, they were so, because the Tau, their entire thing is they serve what they call the greater good. What is the greater good? They don't specify. Why don't they specify? Because the reason they don't specify is because the people who told them that they serve the greater good never specified what the greater good is.
And that also depends completely on societal and cultural depiction of what the greater good means. Whoa!
Essentially, the Tau are so naive as a race that they don't quite realize that they are essentially slaves to another race. Yeah, they don't realize it, but they are very, very young and naive. And they essentially, that's when they had the realization of, because every time they beat somebody and they take prisoners, they try to essentially indoctrinate them. For the most part, it works.
Oh my god, Limbus Company, I'm indoctrinating people into that game. Hey everybody, play the game.
Yeah.
No, you will not.
Shit!
Yeah, but so the Tau, essentially with most of humanity, like the average humans, while there are a lot of them who are loyal to the Emperor, usually these are members of the military, the Astra Militarum, or they're higher ranking diplomats. The average Imperium citizen, depending on what world they live in, what world they live on, a lot of them live in complete squalor and are essentially just a labor force.
We're still talking about Warframe, right?
Warhammer, yeah.
Warhammer, excuse me. My bad.
Yeah. To the point where in some places, their rations that they are given that are government issued are meal bars that are essentially ground up bits of whatever they can find, processed, put into a tasteless bar that you then have to eat, and that is your food.
Oh, that sounds like Kanto 7 Hemo bars from Limbus Company. Everybody play Limbus Company. Yeah,
that's the Imperium Man. That's humans.
I thought Imperium Man also had another one called like green something, like basically something.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
A lot of it is protein slop, and actually on some planets they are so strapped for resources that their ground protein bars that you have to eat are made from human remains.
Yeah, well, when you're strapped with that many resources, I kind of get it.
Yeah. So they generally don't have that much problem. The Tau generally don't have that much trouble indoctrinating regular humans.
Because they're so desperate for sustenance.
Yeah. Depending on what planet they're from, yeah. There's some that are so blindly and vehemently loyal that even the regular humans are like, nah, fuck you, we're not going against the Imperium. Mm-hmm. There is no, they tried to, that dreadnought they captured, they tried to indoctrinate a space marine, and that's when they realized they couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Space marines, not only are they so much older than the entire Tau society, they have essentially, they are genetically modified and mentally indoctrinated to the point where they are so blindly loyal to the Emperor that the idea of betraying them betraying the Emperor is absurd, because there were traitor legions, but they of course were following their Primarch, who all Space Marines view their Primarch as essentially their father. That is their parent, because they are genetically modified from the gene seed of that Primarch. Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically, good luck getting a loyalist Space Marine to turn. The traitor Space Marines, they gave into chaos. Good luck getting anyone who's given into chaos to give it up to go join your greater good. Chaos is very corrupting. But yeah, that's what I really like. There are some factions in 40k that are blatantly evil.
Sorry.
There are none that are obviously good.
Yeah.
Like the dark Eldar, blatantly evil. They are sadomasochism. They are S&M to the peak, though they much prefer to be the sadists and try to turn everyone else into masochists, or at least they treat everyone else like they're masochists.
That sounds
Spoiler
awful.
alert: they are awful. They are 100% awful, but that is
I'm
their
gonna
entire
treat you like
society.
you're a masochist, and I'm like, ew.
No, I'm gonna treat you like you're a masochist, but I'm not into that. I don't care.
Consent, please. I beg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Masochist already?
Yeah, that's the Dark Eldar. There's the Necrons, who their one desire is to exterminate all life in the universe, and eat their souls, which is actually fun.
My personal favorite. My personal favorite.
There's the Orcs, which really were made to fight the Necrons and were just never given a fucking off switch, so they just try to fight everything constantly.
Oh, so you? Sorry.
Yeah, the Orcs
Wait,
are
this
extra fun because the Orcs have two gods they believe that are Gork and Mork.
Gork and Mork. Are you serious?
Yes, I am not kidding.
A Gork,
Gork
and
Mork.
say okay. I need you to say that to my face and be completely serious. Please
I am being
repeat
100% serious.
Please repeat
For
it.
serious. They're the two gods that the Orcs follow are named Gork and Mork.
Okay, cool. I don't think you're lying
So-
anymore to me.
So Gork is the god of brutal cunning, and Mork is the god
There's
of.
nothing cunning about
cunning.
that fucking name. That fucking
Oh, no,
loser.
and
Are
then
you
there-
kidding me?
And then there,
He's a
so
loser! Sorry.
So that's Gork. Mork is Gork is brutal cunning. Mork is cunning brutality. Those are their two gods.
I hope they know that that is stupid as fuck.
That's the thing is, everyone else knows it's stupid. The Orcs have some form. The Orcs are honestly the most bullshit race. They have essentially a form of psychic reality warping control to the point where if
Me
enough
Gork and
Orcs
Mork
will-
my fucking way through this
Yeah.
fight right now.
So if enough Orcs believe something to be true,
That was fantastic.
it is true.
Oh my god. IRL Catholicism? No fucking way. That's awesome.
Wow.
Except it actually works.
Shit.
Yeah, there's
That's so stupid!
There are orc ships that anyone else who tries to pilot them, they can't get it to work because it doesn't have an actual fucking engine. It doesn't have any form of functioning life support. It's essentially slapped together and painted red. But
Oh, my
because
phone's dying.
enough orcs believe that it works, and they believe that the color red makes things go faster, it works, and it's faster than any other ship it can encounter.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever seen. Or excuse me,
And
heard.
I love it.
And I love exactly, and I love it.
There is an orc war boss who loved his gun so much that when they found a way, they found themselves essentially in a time loop to where he went back in time to find himself in the past. He loved this gun so much that he decided, what's better than having one of it? Having two of it. He killed his past self, took his gun, and because orcs don't understand the point of what a time paradox is, they just aren't affected by it.
Are you? You're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. The orc war boss killed his past self, took his gun, went back to the present day.
You said
and
past
had-
self, you're a pussy. Give me your shit.
He literally killed himself in the past,
Oh
took his gun,
my
now
God.
has two of the same gun after killing himself in the past, and he's still alive. And because the orcs don't understand a time
Better be
paradox.
something useful.
Oh my god.
So Cyber, the way that would work, if enough orcs believed that, everyone else would turn into an orc. That's how the universe would logic it out. If enough orcs believed that they were the only race, every other race would turn into orcs.
However, they're too dumb to do that. They're too dumb to organize. However, if one is smart enough to organize, we're screwed.
One of my funniest fan theories about orcs is the only reason why the Emperor is alive is because of orcs.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Oh, the commissar who was so insistent on fighting orcs, because most orcs, they feel bad for humans because humans are so squishy compared to them. And
Okay,
humans don't
I'll
tend to
take
put up
that.
as much
Shit, dude, I'll take
Yeah.
that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Efficiency.
The average orc is usually around 10 feet tall.
I'd be like, I will take your pity, all right?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
They really like fighting, and most humans, if they're not a space marine, don't really like fighting.
That's fair.
Spoiler alert.
Wow, no
so
way.
they-
I don't
they-
like fighting.
So they mostly feel
fighting.
bad for humans.
I know you do,
They're-
Mon. Jesus Christ, you're a psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm just violent.
And then there was one commissar, which commissars are the officers of the regular human soldiers within the Imperium of Man. So
Efficiency above all.
there's one commissar who really had a hate boner for orcs. He fucking despised them. He rallied his troops specifically to hunt down orcs and kill them. He killed an orc war boss, but in the process lost his arm, which a human killing a war boss is a big deal because war bosses, as much as like the average orc is around 10 feet tall, a war boss is usually closer to 15 feet. They are significantly bigger. He
Are
killed
war
him in a
bosses
one-on-one fight.
always orcs?
Yes. An orc
Okay.
war boss is always an orc. The war boss is usually the biggest and
Efficiency
strongest,
above all.
not necessarily the smartest.
Okay.
So he killed the war boss in single combat, lost his arm. What did he do? Because the orcs, if they lose limbs, they replace them with
Oh,
random
shit. Oh, shit.
cybernetic
Uh-oh.
limbs
Fine.
that really shouldn't work, but they slap it on and think it works, so therefore it works. He was he's the only human who managed to take an orc cybernetic arm, to replace his arm, and because the orcs believed it would work, it works.
I hate that, but that's awesome.
So
I hate
he
all
is
of
the-
this.
yeah. And then had another moment where he lost an eye and he replaced it with a cybernetic, and because enough orcs believed it would work, it works. And the orcs really loved him because he was the one human who continuously kept fighting them harder than anything else that had ever fought them.
Oh my god, they loved him because they're fight sexual.
They are fight sexual. They loved it. They were living for it
That's
because
stupid!
they just love
Anyway,
fighting. But for him, it wasn't a thing of love. He actually despised orcs. The reason why he was fighting them so hard is because he wanted to exterminate orcs from the galaxy.
and orcs did not care.
The orcs did not understand the concept of him wanting to exterminate them.
They were like, hate, fuck that. Oh shit, I have to fight. Sorry, give me 1 second. Go ahead.
Oh, the laser beam eye? The fact that his eye also shot out a fucking laser beam?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the commissar did die, and the orcs mourned him. Because they lost the one human who could give them a challenge.
They were like, hashtag respect, and then that guy's just like, alright, so I hate you!
He's like, I hate everything about you. And they're like, we'll never have an opponent like him again.
We will never love like we loved him.
There
That's
was
so
another
dumb.
there was another war band of orcs that managed to find their way into the warp, which is essentially the realm of, was originally just the realm of souls, and now it's the main place where chaos occupies, so it's filled with fucking demons. And they found, which they normally shouldn't be able to find their way in there, but they did, because
orcs
it's
did?
orcs.
Okay.
Yeah, the orcs did. They normally shouldn't be able to because they don't really have the ability to travel through the warp, but they found a way because it's orcs. Why the fuck not? And they found their way into the realm of Khorne, who is the chaos god of war. Do you know the whole phrase that a lot of people repeat on the internet? You know, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
Uh-huh.
That's Khorne. His entire thing is, his entire realm in the center of it is a giant fountain of blood. Basically, anyone who dies in war, their blood goes to the fountain. If his demons go out and collect skulls, he adds them to his throne that he sits on.
Uh-huh.
That is his entire thing. So this band of orcs found their way into his realm somehow and they started living for it because all the demons in Korn's realm want to just fight constantly because that's all Korn does is just constant fighting. And the orcs fucking loved it, and they fought until all of them were dead. And Korn was sitting there, he's like, no, that was good fun. I ain't done with you guys yet. Revived them all so they could fight again.
Okay.
And they are essentially doing that in an infinite loop. All the demons are loving it, all the orcs are loving it, of Korn just reviving them and letting them fight till everyone dies and just reviving them again.
I'm so glad I'm not in that universe. The same with like Limbus Company universe.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Limbus Company universe. And I'm so excited for you to see Limbus Company universe because I feel like you would love the universe. You just don't want to play the game, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for you to see how awful this universe is.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this is awesome.
Dino, yes, essentially the planet resets every day. It is essentially like the stories of what Valhalla is in Norse mythology. Essentially, the warriors go out and they fight until the end of the day, and everyone who dies is revived at the start of the next day.
It's Valhalla, guys.
Yeah,
Hollow your bell.
40K is when they describe it, literally their tagline, the intro to every lore book for Warhammer 40K is, in the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, there is no peace.
Oh.
That is the intro tagline to every story from 40K. And they make it so fucking grim dark to the point where it becomes comical.
There's no peace, guys. There's no peace. So, fuck your life, fuck everybody else, and fuck your mom.
There is Holy Terra, which is what Earth is. Earth was essentially renamed to Terra, which technically Terra is still the scientific name of Earth anyway.
Yes, because Luna is the scientific name of the moon.
Yeah, and Sol is the scientific name of the sun.
Yup. All right, now we have to kiss for all that information we know already.
Yeah, unless you're, like Dino says, unless you're rich, you live in a hive city, which is essentially an entire world that is dedicated. The hive city is the entire world, and it is dedicated specifically to pumping out people for labor, soldiers, or whatever other shitty reason they can. Again,
one more from that statement, once again. I am so excited for you to get into Limbus Company full throttle. I am so excited. I will play the game for you, Sticks, but I am so excited for you to get into that lore.
We're not going to go into the Inquisition right now, Dino, because the Inquisition, by the rules of the Inquisition, you're technically not supposed to know they exist.
The Inquisition, what's that? Don't say. Don't tell.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, Holy Terra is where the Emperor resides. The Emperor currently sits on the Golden Throne in essentially a constant state of essentially undeath. He literally, if he were to leave the Golden Throne, because he physically could, but if he were to leave it, he is essentially the Imperium's defense that is essentially keeping back the majority of chaos. If he were to leave the Golden Throne, the Imperium of Man would be swarmed by demons. The reason he's referred to as the God Emperor is because he is quite literally immortal. The reason why he's in a state of undeath is specifically because the throne is keeping him from regenerating. If he were to leave the throne, he would regenerate fully.
I'm trying to find a
doesn't they sacrifice like 10,000 psychos a day to keep him sustained?
Nami Punk, get the fuck over here. What the fuck? Excuse me.
Yeah. Quite literally.
The exact number, but yeah, that's not like, I know it's like an unfathomable amount of cycles per day.
Yeah, it's somewhere around like 1,000 or something like that.
I am me.
It is a very, very big number. Essentially, of people they have to sacrifice daily just to keep it sustained because the throne is constantly draining energy from him. Yeah, theoretically, a lot of people talk about it because they're of the traitor legions and all the traitor primarchs. The one that was surprisingly the one who was like the most on the fence for the longest time was Magnus the Red, who's the only one of the primarchs who was actually a psyker. He was the one everyone expected to turn to chaos immediately, but he was the last to turn. If Magnus was on the side of the Emperor, he could realistically be the one to replace the Emperor on the Golden Throne. He's probably the only other person who could do it. Yeah, it's true. Dino said it's true. Everyone worships the Emperor as a god, even though he explicitly says he's not a god. With
He's
the way
like,
when
I'm
the
not
Emperor,
a god, guys.
yeah, he essentially, the way that he describes himself is the peak of human evolution. He is what humanity will become.
He's just the future before it happened.
Essentially, the way that it was, because there was another race that was even older, the Great Old Ones, essentially had all the powers he has. The people who created him and made it so that he would be born, essentially jump-started the process. They went through a whole massive fucking ritual that combined all their souls into one being, that then impregnated a random woman, his mother, and then he was born and he became what he is. To where essentially he described it as they jump-started the process. Humanity would have gotten there eventually.
I'm going down a slide.
They,
Whee! Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
they just sped up.
Yeah.
So he is, which is why he says he's not a god. When the Emperor was in direct control of the Imperium, he was so vehement that people did not worship any form of divinity. He was so thoroughly against the idea of any form of divine that he essentially enforced atheism on the entirety of the Imperium.
Because he's like, I'm not a god, says the god, godly.
He's like, says, I'm not a god, there are no gods.
Yeah.
But by doing so, because chaos, the warp and chaos directly reflects the world of like real space where everyone lives. By him doing that, he almost created a chaos god.
Oh, that's what you were talking about the other day.
Yeah. He essentially almost created a chaos god of unbelief.
Yeah.
And because it was never worshipped, it didn't have a name. But he was on the verge of creating it simply because he was so vehement on keeping the Imperium atheist.
I might be stuck. Oh, I'm not stuck. Okay. Whew, thank God. All right,
yeah, he'd be pissed at the Church Titans. The other fun part is the reason why people worship him as a god is because of one of the Primarchs, Lorgar, who wrote this entire essentially holy book as to why the Emperor should be worshipped and why he is essentially divine. Lorgar betrayed the Imperium. He is one of the traitor Primarchs. So the person essentially the person that is the reason why everyone worships the Emperor as a god is what the entirety of the Empire would currently call a big fucking heretic.
Oh, me. Hello.
Heresy.
So he is a massive fucking heretic.
I'm just kidding. That's not my entire title.
But he is the reason why they worship the Emperor as a god in the first place.
Whoa.
That's like that would be like modern Catholics finding out that the Bible is written by Satanists.
That's awesome. It is. I'm just sorry.
That's essentially what it would be the equivalent of.
No, that's fucking sick. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's shit like that is why I love the 40K universe. It's one of those things of like you don't engross yourself in the 40K lore expecting to find feel-good stories. There are a few stories where you kind of get the impression, or it's like, okay, there are some moments of,
my God, he's happy for a moment and then like he dies.
He's happy for a split moment. There are some like times where like you get like some heartfelt moments. Like there's actually one book where somebody actually made like a mini comic strip of a moment in one of the books where it's actually a story of a guardsman, so an everyday soldier, a new commissar was assigned to their unit. He didn't know who it was until the commissar arrived. The commissar was his mom, and he had a very heartfelt reunion with his mother.
Okay.
So
that on the very surface, that's heartfelt, but underneath, I'm just like, that's sad.
yeah, it's one of those moments of they had been separated for so long, and then everyone was surprised of like, wait, that's your mom? And so there's like, he's like, yep, this is my mother. We were separated back when I was a child, and I joined.
Goth baddie is your mom.
So there's like, and he's like, I joined the guardsmen. I joined the Imperial Guard in the hopes that I would run into her, and
he did it.
Lo and behold, I did it.
Good for him.
And then in that later in that story, because they had like a split moment of it, and then they were essentially not in the main part of it again, and they showed up later in the background, as basically a couple Space Marines were walking by, and his dad was also reassigned to that unit, so he got to meet both of his parents again.
He got to meet the people who fucked in order to make him. What?
It was.
Well, funnily enough, you don't actually need to have sex in 40k to actually have children anymore.
Okay.
It's
Well.
a cloning process.
Well.
Yeah, most.
My bad, guys. You don't have to have sex in order to have kids.
Yeah, most humans in 40k are cloned.
Okay.
He was a very rare occurrence of someone being a biological child of somebody else. That is a very rare occurrence.
That is so
Most people are cloned.
That is so sad.
Yeah, most people are cloned with a very specific purpose in mind. Usually either to become bodies for the meat grinder, that is the Astra
Meat for the meat grinder, hell yeah.
Or bodies in labor camps is essentially what most people are.
Well, Dev, I think you'll love the farming worlds. I think you'll fit in very well there.
What? I don't want to fit in. I don't want to fit into any world you say I could fit into. God damn.
To be fair, the farming worlds are mostly peaceful. They're one of the calmer worlds because most of the land is taken up by agriculture, so they don't have the room for massive high cities. So you're not extremely overpopulated. You generally have an abundance of resources, and it's generally very well protected because
I'm still scared of whatever Mon says I'd fit into. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't wanna.
Yeah, it's just you need to work like nearly 24/7 to keep to produce food.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
so
the one
my normal life.
Yeah, the one downside is that it is nearly constant work. But it is one of the most peaceful planets you could find yourself on. It is one of the most secure planets you could find yourself on because the Imperium recognizes that if you aren't safe, they could just die because they're not getting food.
True.
So while it is a very hard-working position, it is a very important position, and they make sure you know how important you actually are and that you feel appreciated for how important you are.
It's just like, so you have to work all the time. You don't want to work today? Sure.
To the gulag.
To the gulag until you revolt. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Last thing is they generally the agriculture worlds generally don't have problems with revolts because essentially the people who are there are usually very heavily indoctrinated from a very young age to be almost blindly loyal. So the only reason they're not working is usually because of an injury that prevents them from working. So they find something else for them to do until they recover, and then once they recover from that injury, they're back to work.
That was fantastic.
Basically, there are no idle hands.
Look at this gorgeous woman. Holy shit. She's gorgeous. Anyway, we're gonna scroll out. Because that's a little inappropriate to.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's essentially a lot of what 40k is. It is a lot of very grim, dark shit.
Oh my god! Again, you're gonna love Limbus coming.
Yeah, it is a lot of grim, dark shit that in some cases is so fucking dark and gory to the point where it comes full circle and it's just comical.
Yeah. It's comical to those that have the resources to find it comical. What? Hold on. Where am I going? I need to go there. What? This is a whole new region that I'm exploring right now. What?
Like, Korn and his demons being what they are is so fucking on the nose to the point where it is just funny.
It's just like, can you go home? You're not the worst
It's
thing
there-
right now.
So there's like blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull thorn. Okay, buddy, your friend Slanesh over there is so into BDSM to the point where everyone who serves Slanesh is like
All yours.
blindly fucked up by it.
Together we stand.
And they
Well done.
essentially surround themselves in constant debauchery.
It's not me, guys. I'm an incel, and I can't get it even if I tried.
Well, that's the thing is the idea of just the idea of sex in general is so vanilla to them to where it's not even sexual anymore.
Be my
Ew.
salvation.
Ew.
Like that's not even how they get the idea of dopamine anymore and get that form of gratification.
Ooh, Jack.
It
sounds
is to the
awful.
point where yeah, it's horrible.
That sounds
It is
awful.
Debauchery to a point of beyond ridiculousness.
Think of Hellraiser, but times 10.
I don't
Yeah.
want to.
And then there's Nurgle, who, out of all the Chaos Gods, Nurgle, well, mind you, Nurgle is still evil, but out of all the Chaos Gods is one of the more loving, to the point where his followers refer to him as Grandfather Nurgle.
He's like, Daddy
Yes.
Nurgle, you love me? No, but you come here.
Yes, he
I'll
does.
welcome you.
He does genuinely love everyone who serves him. He genuinely loves them.
I don't believe that for
In
a
his own-
second.
In his own fucked up way, he does love them.
I don't love you, but I need you.
Which is actually, well, that's the thing is, for the most part, most of Nurgle's servants are immortal.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mind you, they are in a constant diseased state because he's also referred to as the Plague Father. He is also constantly in a diseased state. But essentially, he keeps them so
Efficiency,
happy and
above all.
pumped full of dopamine, which is why even when some of them are like rotting and have their guts falling out, they still have a big ass smile on their face.
Now I want to listen to Mr. Bones 40k lore videos again.
To the point where actually one of Nurgle's favorite demons, because the basic fucking Nurgle demons are called Nurglings, which is extra fucking funny to me. I find it hilarious.
Not the Nurglings. Holy shit.
Yeah. His name is Kugath. Nurgle essentially had, in his massive fucking cauldron, had brewed his most potent disease ever.
Oh,
It
you
was
talked
his
about this
masterpiece.
guy.
Yes, I did. And Kugath fell in and nearly drowned.
He was
But
like,
instead,
ah,
Kugath,
shit, Dad, I fucked up.
and then Kugath just
Efficiency
ate it.
above all.
And it was like, I'm sorry, Grandfather Nurgle. I destroyed your greatest creation. And Nurgle was so
Fine.
fucking happy. He's like,
Comes with the
destroyed it.
devil.
You are my greatest creation, my
You
boy.
survived. Holy shit, dude.
Not only did you survive, you went from being because like demons growing in power, changing to different forms is a very rare occurrence. And usually it's like one step at a time. He went from being one of the weakest kinds of demons to one of the strongest demons in existence.
He went from a Nurgling to a Nurgling.
He went from a Nurgling to what is referred to as a great unclean one. Those are the strongest demons
At your
of
A
Nurgle.
Nurgling to a Nurg.
And he
That's so stupid.
Graft you knew.
Yeah, and so he went from being a nerdling to a great unclean one in practically an instant, which should be impossible,
No,
but he did it.
Good for him.
And that's why Nurgle was so proud, because he's like, yes, like it was my greatest disease ever, but apparently it is potent enough to turn a Nurgling into one of the weakest demons in the warp to one of the strongest demons in the warp in a blink.
Nice.
And he said that he's like
Efficiency
that,
above all.
like that is one of the greatest creations I could have ever asked for. You are the greatest creation I could have ever made. But Kugat still feels bad, so he spends all of eternity trying to recreate the disease.
Nurg. Nurg. My god. Nurg.
Good
I
on him.
shouldn't say that. Never mind. That sounds so
From memory,
bad.
There's a like a demon creature from Nurgle's realm. I don't remember what they're called, but they're like giant puppies, and when they're summoned, they just want to play, and because they're so big and stupid, they just kill everything around them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they just want to play,
Shit.
but they don't realize that them playing crushes people.
Yeah. And the most messed up part is, once they kill everyone around them, they think, oh, no one wants to play with them, and they die on the spot sometimes. From
Yeah, they
depression.
get really sad.
No. That's depressing.
So yeah.
Yes, Dino Kugath did come back with a few different very potent diseases to give to Nurgle, and he has still felt bad because they were nowhere near as potent as the disease that he ate.
Efficiency.
But Nurgle
Bob.
still appreciated them because he hadn't thought of something like that yet.
Yeah.
And he's there, he's like, I have not thought of this. You are so brilliant, little Kugath. Oh my god, I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna put this right up on the fridge.
Oh my god!
It's
I'm gonna give you a
essentially the
gold star!
That's essentially the dynamic there.
That's
Whereas
awesome.
Khorne is,
That's fucking
Khorne is
sick.
another. Khorne's strongest demon, who was his most
Efficiency,
loyal for a
Bob.
very long time, was known as Scarbrand. Scarbrand is currently exiled because
Fine.
Khorne very rarely leaves his throne, mostly because he doesn't feel like he needs to. Scarbrand was the most vicious of Khorne's bloodthirsters, who were the strongest demons of Khorne. Scarbrand essentially has somebody whispering in his ear who said, hey, you're out here doing all the fighting. You should have Khorne's position.
Oh.
So Scarbrand went and tried to take out Khorne. It was one of the first times in thousands of years that Khorne had ever stood up. He
Oh.
stood up. He swung his sword. Scarbrand barely survived. Half of his face was torn off, and he was exiled. In the process, Khorne destroyed 3 worlds.
Blood for that blood god, let me tell you.
Yeah, Scarbrand hates Khorne because essentially Khorne, when he tore off half his face with a single swing, it also destroyed Scarbrand's mind to where he is perpetually insane, essentially has constant migraines, has horrible memory, and is nowhere near as strong as he used to be.
Oh my god.
like that.
What? Did you just say so me?
Yeah, like you.
I was
Damn.
about to say the same thing and you took my joke, and I hate the fact that you took my joke more than the fact that you just insulted me.
I knew that you were gonna say the joke, that's why I said it.
I'm like, oh my god, and then you said it's Dev, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, so
You're predictable, Dev. You're so predictable.
yeah,
I'm tired.
each of the different each of the different Chaos Gods have different interactions with their followers. Tzeentch is the one that is the weirdest. Tzeentch is essentially, he's known as like the god, essentially the main god of like sorcery, magic, and psychers and all that. But what he really is the god of change. He shouldn't necessarily be benevolent or malevolent. He's supposed to just essentially be different. But of course, since the warp is a reflection of real space, he is very fucking evil. Tzeentch's greatest demon, I don't even remember. Oh, it's Kairos Fate Weaver is his name. He is essentially an oracle to where he has access to all the information of the past and the future. He has 2 separate heads, one that can see everything in the past and one that can see every possible future. But because one head is always stuck in the past and the other is always stuck in the future, he is often blind to the present.
I thought you said one head is suck in the past and one is suck in the future, and I was just like, wow, they really just be sucking, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
Yes.
Dev, you need to get your head out of the gutter.
Damn. Yeah,
It's-
for real.
It's about
yeah,
time I just get
Tzeentch-
put down, honestly. It's just about time.
Yeah, so Tzeentch is actually my favorite of the Chaos Gods. I like Tzeentch the best because I'm a big fan of magic, go figure.
What?
But also-
I never knew.
But also the fact of like, for what each of the Chaos Gods are and what they're supposed to embody, Zinch is the closest to what he's originally supposed to be, because quite literally all he does is just incite change. Because while he does often like whisper for people like to be super conniving and like trying to undermine everyone and assassinate people and do all that stuff, he also whispers those facts to people who are smart enough to counteract it.
Yeah.
So it's a thing of like, yes, he is actively encouraging very, very horrible shit to go down, but he's also informing the people who could actively stop
Thank
it
you, Dino.
of what's going on.
I do like that a lot of media recently, because I know when I still played Honkai Star Rail, one of the concepts was like the god of destruction was viewed as quote unquote evil, when like the god of longevity and other gods were like, no, he's just doing what he's supposed to do. We just work in tandem to prolong the encouragement of change, order, and chaos. It's a cycle that gets prolonged as you continue to go, and I'd like that. Even if it's just like it's not always great, that doesn't mean it's always bad either.
Yeah, it's like, it's very much along the concept of like with Greek mythology, people, well, to be fair, people with worshiping the ancient Greek gods, they generally didn't do so out of love. The Greeks did not love their gods. The idea of loving a god was completely, but like people like modern depictions often depict Hades as a villain, and nobody liking Hades because, well, he's the god of the dead. That's a scary concept. Who would like that? The people of Greece respected Hades. Hades was one of the few gods where they genuinely wanted his favor. They were just afraid of speaking his name. You did not speak the name of death gods. Because if you did, you drew their attention. And if you drew Hades' attention, if you were doing the right thing, he would often just ignore you.
Yeah.
If you did anything he viewed as wrong, you were punished heavily. And Hades, his punishments were not like a thing of, oh, this is gonna be awful for you. It's gonna be awful for you for the rest of eternity.
Yep.
Like tying someone to a chair for all eternity.
Yeah.
One more piece.
There were two people. One of them he allowed to be released. The other he denied. Essentially because they were two people who were trying to kidnap goddesses to force them to be their wives. One of them wanted Persephone.
Yeah.
And that's
Hades basically. Yeah, and Hades basically said, "Yeah, you're stuck here forever."
Mysteries await. Are you ready? Which little corner shall
Yeah,
we decorate today?
they essentially
I'm
wanted to
always
kidnap
ready to be
two of the
of
goddesses to
service.
have their wives, to have essentially divine wives. Yeah, it was Hera and Persephone.
Welcome.
For whatever reason, they went for Persephone first.
Oh, I have to have a
I think it's a bit easier to get to the underworld than Olympus, I think.
Yeah. It's easier to get into the underworld. Getting out is the hard part.
Yeah. So I remember there was this another story. It's a musician. He went to the underworld to get his lover back, and he failed.
Yeah.
Eurydice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother getting into details of the story. All I know is like he tried to get out.
The
He
Hades
gets by the
Town is
challenge, and
actually
he-
a musical about that exact myth. So I would look into that if you're interested.
Yeah, essentially what happened is he went down, asked Hades to bring back his lover's soul, and Hades said, "Sure. You cannot look at her the entire time. You will walk out of the underworld. You have to trust that she is behind you. If at any point you turn back, you turn to look, the deal is off, and she is stuck in the underworld forever." He failed the task and turned around to see her, and she was essentially dragged back down.
Yep. And he didn't do
And the
that out of. Did
hilarious
he
part
do
is
that
he
out
did
of
it last
amusement?
minute.
No, he didn't do that out of
Yeah,
amusement.
last minute as well.
I don't
Yeah.
know why
He-
it was specifically that task.
It was a test.
It was a test.
to see, essentially to test his faith of, because Hades, out of all the gods, Hades is the one who never fucking lies.
That is true. Yeah.
Hades
He doesn't play
never
games.
lies. It is essentially his test of, basically, if you truly love her, you love her enough to trust me, to know that I will keep my word and that she is behind you. If you do not trust me, or that's essentially a weakness in your love for her, that you are not willing to believe me to make it happen.
Yeah.
And essentially it was a thing of him saying, it's like, you're not doing this because you love her, you're doing this because you're afraid to let her go.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And it is very much Hades trying to instill in people the idea that death is final.
Okay.
Once someone enters his domain, leaving is no longer an option.
It's very, very, very rare.
Yeah. And Hades, which is why actually a lot of people, like, in general, Hades is like, your ability to leave is almost never going to happen.
You want to be on
That
good
does-
terms with Hades. Like, even people are like, even though Zeus is the ruler, it's less like it's more like we want to be civil with Zeus rather than like we want to be on good terms with Hades. And it's also like we want to be on semi-good terms with Poseidon for like merchant reasons. But Hades was like, so we want to please him. We want to be civil with the rest.
Yeah.
He's the king of all. It just takes time.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Hades
a
is
very
the
patient
firstborn
man thing, kind of.
He is the firstborn son of Kronos and is meant to inherit the world, and all things come under his dominion in time.
He just knows how to wait.
But that's the other thing too, is they also very heavily leaned into the fact with Greek mythology, Hades didn't really want power, which is why he stepped back and let Zeus take the position as king of the gods.
I do.
And he's stuck to the underworld.
I
He doesn't
do-
really want the power.
At least not right now. Because, like,
Yeah.
again, he knows how to be patient. And he's just like, I mean, eventually. Because, again, Kronos is the Titan of Time, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
And didn't Kratos cut off his dad's balls? Remember that
and
part?
that's a family tradition. That is a... that's a family tradition at that point. Zeus is
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, so Hades in general is just chilling. And even like in the myth where they talk about Hades and Persephone's marriage, the entire misunderstanding that caused all the problems of it, Hades is never viewed as the antagonist or the bad guy in that story. Zeus is. Zeus is depicted as the bad guy. They're like, Zeus, it is your fault this happened. You could have explained to anyone what happened and why Persephone was missing. You could have avoided all of this,
He didn't.
but you didn't.
Fuck him, he didn't. I mean, that's
Well,
what
Zeus is
happened.
the youngest
That's all
sibling.
of Greek mythology. Fuck him, he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, Zeus is the youngest sibling, so he does what the fuck he wants and gets no consequences.
He is the youngest.
He is the youngest. He is a king. And essentially, that is the whole purpose of the Greek gods.
And he has
is-
the demeanor of exactly what he represents.
Yeah, is essentially, that's the entire depiction of Greek mythology. Is these are people with powers beyond comprehension,
Whee, I'm flying around as a butterfly. It's perfect.
which means they will act as people do.
Whee.
Because it is
Okay,
one of my
so random
favorite.
question.
Mhm.
Who's your favorite gods and who's your favorite titan?
Favorite Titan,
Within Greek
Helios.
Yeah, I was about to be like,
Helios?
who's the sun again?
Yeah, Helios is my favorite of the Titans. Of the gods,
I don't know. Hermes seems kind of cool.
Hermes is a bit of a shit though.
Yeah, but
he
like,
just said that.
He's also, a lot of the myths he's involved in, he is a kleptomaniac. A lot of what he's involved in is him stealing somebody else's shit.
Yeah, but I also
And then
like that
getting-
he's technically a death god at the same time.
No, Thanatos is the god of death.
Well,
Yeah.
Hermes is the god of medicine. Which is actually why one of the biggest medical like things, like most things you'll see on like hospitals, it is actually a holy symbol of Hermes.
Yep.
Because Hermes is essentially, if you're a traveling doctor or a messenger of any kind, you pray to Hermes.
Yep.
So
The women
Hermes
seem more
is-
consistent, let me just tell you.
Yeah. Which tracks.
Which tracks? Thank you for the
So-
hydrated posture check.
Yeah, Hermes is just a little shit though, because he steals from everyone. A lot of the myths he's involved in is that he steals from somebody. It causes a lot of problems. He gets caught, and then he apologizes and gives the shit back, and then he emphasizes that he's not sorry he stole it. He's sorry he got caught.
True.
That's a
and
lot
he
of
goes on
Gen Z
to,
people.
and then he goes on to steal more shit.
Again, I'm more interested in like other mythologies, in my opinion. Egyptian
Yeah.
mythology is very interesting too.
I have one of my friends, Soma, another VTuber. He's currently finishing up his degree, but he went to school for religious studies. So
Oh my god, he's a
mythology
theology
is
major.
Well, that's the thing, is he's looking at it more from the academic view instead of the actual intent to practice the religion.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. So he and a lot of it he also fact checked, particularly when they were going over Hinduism. He fact checked a lot because
Oh god, Hinduism is
His-
so much.
yeah,
Holy
well his
shit.
yeah, his parents are Hindu. So he double checked a lot of things with them, and it's something that wasn't gone over sufficiently in class. He double checked with them of like, hey, class isn't talking about never talked about this, but now they're asking questions about it. So what the fuck is going on?
And then their parents are like, shit, dude, I don't know. It's a lot. Because Hinduism
Yeah.
is... Oh.
He's like, shit, dude, where do you want to start?
Yeah, I looked into Hinduism for like a couple months, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
It is so fucking crazy. But yeah. Yeah, of the Greek gods, though, back to the question of which one is your favorite. Honestly, it is the one that I think, especially modern interpretations, tend to misunderstand, is Ares.
Interesting.
Because
okay.
while there were multiple war gods, like there's Athena and Ares, who both are depicted as war gods. Athena is supposed to be the pretty sides of war, the strategy, the honor, the wisdom in it. Ares is everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You do not pray to Ares for guidance, you pray to Ares for protection. Because Ares, when he goes into war, he is accompanied by his two sons, Phobos and Deimos.
Mm-hmm.
Fear and carnage. He is the ugly truth of what war is. Athena is the pretty lie that is depicted of it, of the honor
behind the
behind it, the
scenes.
generals and all that. Whereas
Shit.
Ares is the nitty
which
gritty.
stage will life
This is the reality of war.
Mhm.
Ares is the war god that everyone respects. He is not the war god that people pray to and love, because he is essentially the depiction of the worst parts of war.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact that he is also very, very pro. Like the Amazons, who are all his daughters.
Oh, I forgot the Amazons were his daughters.
Yes,
Interesting. I forgot.
and like a lot of modern depictions show him like being very misogynistic and very like the more like Zeus of saying compliance isn't a factor, whereas he taught the Amazons to, if anyone is to raise their hand towards you in a way you do not approve of, you cut off the hand.
Yep. Get a spoon. Good luck.
Yeah, that is essentially what Ares does. I was sitting there, I'm like, it's like, guys, Ares is the last person who would say your compliance isn't a factor. But yeah, Ares is by far one of the most misunderstood gods.
I mean, I wouldn't say, well, I would say rightfully so. just because war is such a brutal topic.
Yeah.
But still. Misunderstanding, yay, I don't know.
But
Ouch, my
what's
hands.
also funny is there's the misconception that Ares was the patron god of Sparta. He wasn't.
No.
Their main patron was Athena. Same with Athens.
Yeah, because,
Like,
well, that
most-
makes also a bit more sense. Because
Like,
they were a bit
but-
more equal on the gender side. Not that Ares was
Yeah.
unequal, but...
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much most major cities at least had a very, very big temple dedicated to Athena. If the
Again,
entire
fair
city
enough.
was not dedicated to her.
Yeah.
Athena was essentially one of the few gods that was loved.
Yeah.
Because she was meant to embody the best of Greek society. Which is also why she was one of the few gods that was not all powerful. Because again, the Greek concept of if a god is all powerful, they cannot be all good, and if they are all good, they cannot be all powerful.
Well, she never really was all good.
No, but she also was not all powerful.
Yeah.
Athena
'Cause
did
if
not
she
always
was
have
all
the
powerful, she would take her dad's balls and continue the cycle.
Yeah, which to be fair, at least in the case of like some of the different beings that got some form of punishment from Athena, of the ones who deserved it, Arachne 100% deserved it. Because not only did she brag that she was more skilled than Athena, and Athena's like, okay, I'll give you a chance to prove it. Most other gods would just immediately punish them and be like, yeah, go ahead. But Athena's like, okay, you know what? Prove it. I will let you prove it. And if you are right, nothing will happen to you.
Medusa
If you're
didn't
wrong-
deserve it.
No. It also depends on which version of the myth you're talking about, because there's the original interpretation of the myth that most people, at least because it was interpreted by
Man.
very, very misogynistic 20th century European anthropologists. And they're like, oh, well, Medusa was assaulted by Poseidon, and Athena punished her for her impurity because priestesses of Athena are supposed to be maidens like Athena. They're supposed to be virgins. Whereas later interpretations are like, well, there's actually some versions of the myth where essentially to her changing Medusa was as a means of protecting her to where another man will never touch her again.
That is true. I still think she didn't deserve that, even if that was true, in my opinion. But...
She honestly didn't, but Arachne, she gave her a chance to prove it because she's like, okay, because she was like, okay, I'm going to weave a tapestry, and you're going to weave one as well, and whichever one is better is the one who wins. She depicted a very, very graphic scene, particularly of the adult fun time variety.
Which Athena was not down with ever.
Yeah. And it basically said, see, I'm better. It's like, no, because you didn't cater to your audience. And turned her into a spider.
Yep.
It's like, yep, that's your punishment. Because you did not cater to your audience, therefore you have proven that you are not better than me. Because a true artist tries to appeal to their audience. Because a true artist knows that without their audience, they don't got shit.
They don't got shit. There shouldn't be any corruption over here. I'm kind of concerned about that game.
Yeah, so
Little concerned.
the Greek gods, they are, a lot of them can be very petty.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the entirety that was the Trojan War, which surprisingly enough, a lot of the Greek gods did not side
Much
with Greece
understood.
during the war.
I am here to serve your will.
Of that, it was in fact mostly the majority of them sided with Troy.
Mm-hmm. I just love that my last TikTok comment was, "Damn, how long you been streaming?"
Long enough.
Like, fucking look at my time, dude. I don't know what you mean. I'm about to beat this guy. This guy sucks to fight. Where are you?
I've seen the time. I honestly should go to bed because I do have work.
Go eat. I'll be getting off soon.
I will talk to y'all later.
Bye. Thank you for your rant. It's been appreciated.
Yee.
Oh, and fuck it, we ball, we kill. Hell yeah. Oh, he's losing his mind. We gotta kill him. And we died. And he died. Not we died. He died. Because I need to upgrade Shorekeeper. Alright. Where's this guy again? Here he is. Perfect. Boom. I tried to jump. I guess I couldn't jump. Hello. Dead. Beautiful. I'm gonna heal a little bit before I claim that. Anyway, Monmon, how are you doing?
I am well.
I don't know, how's Australia treating you? I don't know. What the fuck am I supposed to talk about?
I don't know, Australia's always been Australia. Hot when it's hot, cold when it's cold. It is a absolute...
Oh my god, there was something I wanted to ask. Because my family said something about something in Australia. And I was just like, I'm gonna have to ask my Australian friends about that. And I can't remember. What is it? God, what is it? I can't remember. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I just remembered. So, my bad for my terrible memory. Thank you. Not letting me switch. Fuck you. I ween. Okay, hold on.
Understood.
How much do I need?
I am here to serve your will.
That's fine. Okay. Oh, let me escape this.
Have you gone around to play around with Unreal Engine? I remember Dusky said that's a really good idea for you to do.
I know he did, but
not really, not really a cup of tea.
I know it's just like he wants me to like create stuff, and I probably honestly should look into that, just because I'm a more creative person in general, but I'm just like, I don't know. I've never even explored that, and I feel like it's too late for me
Never
to
too
do
late.
so. I don't know.
Well, if you want to do a more creative path within music, you can always do something like a garage band type thing where you can actually try and make your own beats and music.
Oh, I have.
That way.
I have before.
But you can do that.
That's not that's not the hard part of creating. Where am I going? That's where I'm going. But I'm not like, I'm pretty comfortable in my abilities to create music and stuff like that. But I know he wants me to look into gaming stuff, and I don't know. I've really thought about it.
You want to get if you want to get out of your comfort zone, with gaming, I recommend maybe starting out with Godot. Godot. It is open source and it's free, and it's a bit easier at times. I know with Unreal Engine, you don't need a code. They have a inbuilt picture-based coding scheme on that, so you don't need to learn how to code. But Unreal Engine can be quite daunting. But with only problem with Godot is the community. It is a large community, but you can't. It's really hard to find tutorials on it at the same time. But with Unreal Engine, there's like thousands of tutorials. So yeah.
Okay.
Or if you really want to get into it, you can try and learn how to 3D model.
Maybe I should. I don't know.
If you don't like drawing, because people who fail to learn how to draw, they learn how to 3D model instead. I am not joking. That's the pathway is. If you don't like drawing, and you still want to create something, they do 3D modeling.
Interesting. There's something. Huh. Is it up?
Anyway, I should head up to bed soon. It is 10 p.m. and I need to wake up early tomorrow.
Absolutely.
In airport.
You're going to the airport?
Yes.
Well, I wish you good luck at the airport. The airport sucks.
It does. I'm dropping someone off, so I don't need to go inside.
Oh, thank God, because that really sucks.
Yeah. Alright, see ya.
Bye. What's this? Me saying I would get up early in order to... I would go to bed early in order to call somebody. What? Unable to proceed further, and I'm like, whatever. See, like, that's the corruption. That's corruption in the Tethys system. As a newer player to Limbus, there ain't a whole lot that I know, but I know as much as Haisho Rodion is carrying my entire team. I don't even care when I got here. Oh, I don't even know when I got her. Kanto 3 to specify where I am. Yes. So, if you have Haisho Rodion, I would try to... I know it's going to be tough, especially with Season 6 just ending. I would try to expand on that with the rest of the Haisho. Get as many, because Haisho Rodion's a Rupture ID, get other Rupture IDs in order to expand upon that. So that's what I would do if I were you. I don't even know what's over here. What the fuck is this? Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. 'Cause there's just a... I don't know. I'm trying to get the stuff so I can upgrade. I don't know. So I can upgrade... I can ascend Shorekeeper. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, hold on. We need to see what does she need?
Understood. I am here to serve
She
your
needs
will.
Nova. Whatever Nova is. Is this Nova? I don't know if that's Nova. It's not Nova. It's Scarlet Thorn. Is that Nova? Oh, that looks like Nova. Okay. I don't want to spend my resources in order to get Nova. That's the problem. Is this something? It does not look like it. Nova's around here. Excuse me. I will have to do those later. Interesting. Maybe some Nova is over there, maybe? I will have to go over there in a second. I want to check if any more Nova is over here. Yes, there is. There's 2 more Nova over here. Hey! There's 3! Beautiful. 7, 8, 9.
Understood. I am here
I need
to
2
serve
more.
your will. Interesting. That's not it. I think that's the... Oh, hold on. Let me grab this. Gimme, gimme. Chicken tendies. Be they crispy or from Wendy's. Alright, let's go to the other island. Any Nova over here? Sorry, I had to get out of the explosion radius. That is such a huge fucking Tacit Discord. That's now in my echo. Oh, and yep. Don't wanna get any
While pulling for Haisho Ryoshu, I ended up getting maid outfit Ryoshu. What the fuck? That's not exactly the ones I was looking for, but I would look for rupture units. If Ryoshu or that specific Ryoshu unit is going to be helping you in your endeavors. I think maid outfit Ryoshu isn't specifically anybody. I don't know. Isn't she a sinking one? Sinking I do, I think. Still looking for 2 more Nova flowers. Excuse me, let me look for those Nova flowers really quickly. Oh, this guy sucks. Oh, get out of the blast radius. There we go. Okay, there we go. Everybody else needs healing. Nova. I need 2 more Nova in order to upgrade Shorekeeper from level 70 to level 80. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Wherever it is. I don't fucking know. What the hell? It's flower. How hard is it to find a flower? This is why I hate farming. Oh, got stuck. Hello? H Corp and Haisho are different because the Ryoshu I'm pulling for is Rupture. There are other, there are other Rupture IDs that Ryoshu. Wait, there's not a Ryoshu banner up right now. Are you pulling on the standard banner? Oh, Ryoshu, not Rodion. Excuse me. Yes, there's a Ryoshu banner. Excuse me. It's about to be like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, no, they make sense. Ugh.
To which
Understood. I am here to serve your will.
I have Haishu Rodion. Excuse me, both started with R. I misunderstood. The Haisho or the Ryoshu, I think I know which one. Excuse me, I think I know which one you're pulling for. That one is really good, the Rupture Poise. So I would highly advise for you to get that one, actually. And then that will help me with this.
To which state?
Understood. I believe I have
Beautiful.
received an invaluable treasure from you. Something infinitely close to what humans call a soul.
Beautifully done. And I can't upgrade her anymore until the next soul phase.
Interesting. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. All right. But yes, I would pull for Ryoshu IDs in general at this point because Ryoshu IDs will excuse me. Ryoshu IDs will be very important for the upcoming Kanto, so that they're gonna be more abundant and more powerful. So I would pull for those. Okay. I think this is where I'm gonna end stream because I stayed up way later than I was supposed to. Let me raid. Styx is done. Cairo, I think, is done. Yeah, Cairo's done. Let's see who I can raid to. Let's see. Rakuto is up. Malachi is also up. Rakuto is doing art right now. Very cute, very cute. Getting a lot of Thai VTubers because I have interacted with a lot of Thai VTubers. Which is very interesting. But regardless, let's raid Rakuto. Rakuto-chan. Let's raid him. Grandma, we're gonna raid Grandma. Rakuto is currently doing art. And Rakuto is if I remember correctly, a demon VTuber, but I don't know what specific demon that he is, but we're gonna say demon VTuber. Go be nice, go have fun, and please take care of yourselves. Let me give you the raid message first. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. Okay, and then we got some emotes. There we go. Copy that, and we are going to raid Rakuto-chan in a second. Hold on. Go be nice. Eat good food, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and please take care of yourself. I love you guys, and please come back if you can. If you can't, that is okay. Thank you for stopping by. Go treat Rakuto-chan with as much love as he deserves. Give Grandma the most smooches that you can. And I will see you guys later. Bye.